Hey everyone, it's Tony Marsh from the Rainbow Road No Short Story Podcast, which you can find in the description. This is a video episode of a short story, random short story. It's called Awe of Race, about a guy who has awe of race, kind of like awe of rank, like they call it in the military. Anyway, so awe of race. My name is Sam. That's not my real name. And I'm the whitest person you know. Trust me, there is nothing ethnic about me. I'm Rice Lake through and through. A few years back, I moved down to Durham, North Carolina. I'm an IT specialist, unmarried, no children, and I'm 46 years old. I was at the South Point Mall the other day, sitting by the fountain in front of Barnes & Noble. A group of young men, 8 or 9 of them in all, were just arriving to the mall as if they had been dropped off by their parents out front, or perhaps they'd taken a bus. The boys were ages 12 to 16 by my estimate. The tallest was around 6'4", and the shortest, the height of your typical preteen. They were skinny as beanpoles, and their mode was for rubber Nike or Champion sandals with white socks pulled up to their calves. Interestingly, to me, there was one white kid in their group. At first, I thought it was a mistake, or rather that from my perspective, the white kid just appeared to be part of their friend group, an optical illusion of sorts. Surely that was it. But no, as they walked, it became clear to me that the white kid was actually part of their group. Curious, I followed them to the food court. I ordered an original chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A and sat down at a table adjacent to where the boys were sitting. The white kid was only about a table length away from me. Psst. Hey, guy. The white kid turned and looked at me. Yeah, he said. The other boys noticed my speaking to him, but didn't pay much attention. I suppose the fact that we're both white just gave the impression that we were on some official white business. And they all continued to eat their Chinese food while bantering among themselves. Hey, guy, I said, hushed, as if I'd discovered a treasure that I didn't want anyone else to know about. What, yo? The kid said. How did you get such cool friends? I asked. What do you mean? I mean, your friends are just so smooth. We're just friends from school, man. The tall guy of the group said, Hey, yo, Ronnie, everything good, man? Yeah, everything's good, Ronnie said. I quickly turned and looked straight ahead. Holding my sandwich in both hands, I peered at Ronnie's shoes out of the corner of my eye. Aquamarine Air Force Ones. So cool, I thought. I sat there for another 15 minutes or so, slowly eating my waffle fries, careful not to seem strange. The boys gathered up their trash, and I watched them as they walked off. The youngest one looked back at me, twisting a piece of his hair, and I averted my eyes. Then I looked again. They all had that certain je ne sais quoi, X factor, swag, I've heard it called. On the way home, I passed by a strip mall where there was a Taekwondo studio. I have no desire to take up Taekwondo myself, but nevertheless, I pulled into the parking lot and went inside. I was greeted by a gentleman who I believed to be Korean, and he told me his name was Master Kim Song. I bowed to him with my hands in prayer, as I'd seen monks do many times on a show about Thailand I watched on Nat Geo. Master Song did not bow in return, which is entirely understandable for a man of his rank. You looking to sign up for classes? He asked. I admit I was surprised that Master Kim had a slightly southern accent. It was not what I was expecting, and it did not seem to match his face. I am, I lied. I was hoping to see the studio, maybe get a demonstration. Well, kick your shoes off and I'll show you the gym. Master Kim bowed to the Korean flag before entering through the door, and I followed suit. I got a real charge from that. Well, this here's where we practice, Master Kim said. And what about this? I said, pointing to a red striking dummy. Well, we use this to practice body strikes, kicks and punches. Could I see you strike it? Yeah, sure, he said. Master Kim calmed his mind, and then with lightning speed, thwack, he'd struck the dummy with deadly speed and accuracy. I was in awe. Master Kim seemed to possess some ancient, untold power. His mere presence invoked images of mountaintop meditations with cobras and floating temples in fog. Fayetteville, he said, when I asked where he received his training. I tried not to let that bother me. Walking back to my car, I smelled curry coming from the Indian grocery store that shares the parking lot. I closed my eyes and breathed it in and smiled. Then I sneezed. Curry makes me sneeze. I gave thanks to Ganesh. That night I made beef stroganoff and noodles and dined while listening to a Prairie Home Companion. Like Ice Cube said, today was a good day.